Hey fellow space explorers, it's Angry Turtle and today I have for you a gun video. You cannot imagine my surprise when I pick it up. I have so much experience with other Fallout games and those legendary effects are basically the same as in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, but my surprise was it was never possible to get Bloodied, which now it's named Cornered, and Shattering, that used to be named Anti-Armor, in any of those games before. Those two were mutually exclusive. Now in Starfield, I have gun with both and with faster fire rate, which is called here Rapid, which is increased attack speed. Wow. And this Shotty is doing surprisingly good. I would be comparing it to and talking about it with my favorite, which is Big Bang, that I don't even have legendary yet. But as you can see, the damage here is really good. One of those reasons to improve this damage like that are really good mods for this shotgun, as well as me not being full health at this moment. I have like 30% of my health. Now about weapon modifications, before we go into the showcase what I'm using and why. So barrel I have long for increased accuracy and recoil control. I'm not really concerned about slower aim down sight. It's still fast. Then recon laser sight for even better accuracy. After that reflex sight for faster aiming. I think it's faster aiming here. Muzzle choke for reduced spread. I prefer muzzle choke over muzzle brake, that improves stability and accuracy. I prefer this reduced spread. Then grip and stock. I have tactical grip, there's really no other option. Then magazine and battery. I'm going with this very cool improvement, flashed rounds, that increase damage a lot. There is as well option for slack shots that can increase damage even more, but slack shots is basically changing shotgun into a single shot weapon, which is not very beneficial, as I want multiple rounds to hit enemy for my perks to trigger faster and ramp up my damage with those criticals. So I want multi-projectile weapons, so I went with flechette rounds. Then internal, I have high velocity for improved accuracy and range. I don't need hair trigger, as you can see the fire rate is already 75 and you cannot fire so fast and stay on a target. The recoil will be too bad. So even higher fire rate? No thank you. I would rather get improved accuracy and range. Then for the receiver, semi-automatic. Even though fully automatic is even better accuracy, it unfortunately reduces its fire rate. But the main reason not to use fully automatic, there is one perk that do not work if your weapon is automatic. I will show you after we quit this workbench my build. So no fully automatic, semi. And that's it from the modifications. Now let's open a character tab. So those are my combat perks, and the one I'm talking about is marksmanship. Increases critical hit chance with non-automatic range weapons, and it goes up to 15%. And last rank, critical hits using a non-automatic range weapons without a scope do double damage, and those with scopes knock down enemies on the next shot. So I need to use semi-automatic weapon to benefit from this amazing perk. So yeah, semi-automatic weapon it is. Now let me show you how well it works in practice on some high level enemies. That's the aiming and spread on this weapon. Aiming down sight is very fast, like I would not complain. So I don't need modifications on my barrel to even make it faster. That's fast. And we are here at high level planet, deserted research outpost, so there will be some high level enemies. Use FaceTime so I can benefit from Bloodied without dying instantly. That's Varum Zealots here. Easy 2-shot on Varum Zealot. You can put it real fast. If it's a lower level, it's easy 1-shot. So this is really good. And the best thing about it, compared to my favorite weapon, which is the Big Bang, I don't know how it will stay favorite, how long. The favorite weapon so far, the Big Bang. The biggest downside of this weapon is the flash, when you fire it, it causes so much white flash. As you can see, accuracy, aiming, all this stuff is very similar. But then when you fire it, there is this white flash, and when I use a slow time option, we get to another enemy. If I use my slow time option and then I fire, that's the big bang. Like, I cannot see a thing. It does pull incredibly good damage, but my favorite skill, slow time, I will not see anything. And that's big. That's big for me. Like, I like the Max Payne vibe, but the flash from this bang, not great. That's the biggest downside of the big bang. That's why I'm looking now on other Shotties, and this Shattering Commander's Advanced Shotty, now way lower damage when I healed. So Bloodied works really well. I will try to show you a comparison between me being very low and me being at high health, so you see exactly how it changes. And I have as well a Nerd Rage, so you should know about that. I have Nerd Rage, equivalent of Nerd Rage. If you don't know what that is in this game, if you take a character trait, Wanted, it comes with more damage at low health, so it's exactly like Nerd Rage in Fallout games. Under 20% health, you do 20% extra damage on top of everything. So I will try to drop my health even lower and survive, and then show you exactly what the damage is. Let's hope it's possible. So I need to be alive at 20% health. Okay, someone shoot me one more time, please. Perfect. Managed to drop my health. So that's the damage now, at maximum damage, at very bloodied. 823. As you can see, at this point, the damage of those two weapons is really close. And don't forget, this weapon is only 8 shots, fire rate of 14, when this weapon is 12 shots, fire rate of 75. So there is indeed a huge difference. And you can quite well utilize your bloodied damage if you are very tanky. I don't have the best gear for tankiness here, so I cannot really. I'm taking damage only on face time. I can utilize my bloodied. Outside of that, not really as much. Look at this robot. That's the fire rate. So fire rate has a good advantage. You can fire so much faster, and now I cannot move as the robot is blocking my way. So fire rate can benefit you greatly when shooting some enemies that are currently hiding somewhere on the rooftops. So I managed to find one more. Oh, that weapon is dangerous. Look how fast you can fire. That was an overkill on this Baron Zealot. Surprise! Attack from behind. And we reach the rooftop. I am bloodied. Perfect. Let's try to survive slow time and shoot them. That's the damage. Oh, you have cover. That's the damage you can only utilize when time is slowed. And all of them dead. I marked them after the fact. After they died, they got marked. And the final boss, level 84 Varum Zealot. Let's try full-blooded approach. One reload. Look at those damage numbers popping up on the screen. You can utilize this fire rate. Those damage numbers. And the final enemy is down at this outpost. And unfortunately, the reward was not the greatest. But not every day you can get a bloodied anti-armor on your shotgun with a faster fire rate. So, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this showcase of this little fun toy that I recently found. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you a lot for watching.